Today we're digging into one specific group from this quest, Group 42. Some pretty big names in this one.
Okay, Group 42, let's lay out the contenders. We had Sheryl Crow's Best Of, Foreigner's Agent Provocateur,
Right.
Don Henley's Building the Perfect Beast,
Okay.
and Simple Minds' Once Upon a Time.
Wow, yeah. That's quite a mix. A couple of 80s giants, Sheryl Crow's hits. Interesting group.
Definitely. So after all the listening, the judging, there was actually a really clear winner for Group 42. It was Foreigner's Agent Provocateur.
Yep. That one took the top spot.
Which, I gotta say, might surprise some people looking at that list. Maybe you'd think Sheryl Crow with all the hits, or Henley.
Well, that's what's great about this format, right? Agent Provocateur really stood out as a complete album experience in this particular face-off.
Okay, tell me more. What made it stand out?
It just flows so well, kicks off hard with Tooth and Nail. That's a real rocker.
Right.
Then you get the atmosphere of That Was Yesterday, which is excellent. And then, of course, the big one.
I want to know what Love is. Their huge hit.
The huge one. They're only number one, actually.
Yeah.
But the whole album delivers this quality melodic rock. It's consistent, perfect for that fist-pumping, sing-along vibe, sure. But it hangs together really well from start to finish. That seemed to be the deciding factor here.
Okay, that makes sense. A strong, cohesive album experience. So Foreigner takes number one. But you mentioned it got tight after that. Second place was a close call.
Oh, very close. Really down to the wire. Yeah. But Simple Minds, Once Upon a Time, just edged it out for second.
Simple Minds. Okay, what gave them the edge?
I think it was the musicianship, really. Excellent playing, those layered synths, the big melodies. Jim Kerr's vocals, too. Tracks like Jungle Land, Ghost Dancing, Sanctify Yourself. They're just top-quality tunes.
Yeah.
Really strong anthemic stuff. It showcased their craft.
Right. And then just behind them, Sheryl Crow's Best Of in third, which is, like you said, packed with songs everyone knows.
Exactly. And her stuff is great, obviously. So many fantastic songs on that collection.
So why third? What does that tell us about this quest?
I think it highlights a really interesting point.
Yeah.
This quest seemed to value the album as an intentional piece of work. A Best Of, while brilliant, is a collection of singles. It might not have that same designed flow or arc as a studio album conceived as one thing.
Okay. So the format itself kind of favors the cohesive studio album over a collection, even a great collection.
It seems that way in this case, yeah. It's comparing apples and oranges, almost. But in this competition, the album as a complete statement seemed to win out over the collection of hits.
Interesting. Okay, so that leaves one album, Don Henley's Building the Perfect Beast. Didn't make the top three. What was the thinking there?
Yeah, Henley came in fourth in this group. And look, it starts with an absolute classic. Boys of Summer is just exceptional.
Oh, totally. An amazing song.
Right. But the assessment here was that after that huge opening, the rest of the album, well, it didn't quite sustain that level.
Didn't quite deliver across the board.
Yeah. There are a couple other nice tunes on there, definitely.
Yeah.
But it felt like maybe it didn't have the consistency of Foreigner or Simple Minds in this specific comparison. It was mentioned, actually, that it's nowhere near as strong overall as his follow-up, End of Innocence.
Right. Okay. So a case of one massive song maybe overshadowing the rest of the album in this kind of ranking.
It seems like it, yeah. How much weight do you give that one perfect track versus overall consistency? It's a tough question.
Okay, so let's just recap the final ranking for Group 42 then. Number 1, Foreigner, Agent Provocateur.
Yep.
Number 2, Simple Minds, Once Upon a Time. Number 3, Sheryl Crow's Best Of. And number 4, Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast.
That's the rundown. And it really makes you think, doesn't it, about what we value when we listen critically like this. Is it the big sing-along anthems like Foreigner delivered? Is it the more nuanced musicianship and melodies of Simple Minds?
Or how does a collection of proven hits stack up against something conceived as a whole?
Exactly. Different albums bring different strengths. This quest just sort of forces you to decide how they measure up against each other.